So good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's Limitless Leaders Zoom call. Today's date is the 25th of February, and tonight we are joined by someone absolutely incredible, and I can't wait for you to all hear the training she has prepared for you. Before we get going, for those, I know there's loads of new people on the call tonight. So for those that don't know, my name's Carlan Carpenter, and then I'm an executive district manager within Danny's region. And I'm going to share all your recognition with you today as well. So I'm just going to share my screen. For those of you that might not have seen, I'll tell you how to do this as well. If you go on to the Limitless Leaders group, and you go to the announcement post, if you have any recognition, stick it in the announcement post. So if you hit your 500 PQB, stick it in an announcement post. If you sponsor a new consultant, stick it in the announcement post. If you speak to somebody for the first time and you conquer a fear, or you prospected the person in the post office and you know that you deserve a pat on the back for it, stick it in the announcement post, because that way we will give you a pat on the back. So I'm super excited this evening to share the recognition, and there are some names that keep repeating themselves, so they're the people to definitely be watching out for. So we have got new independent consultant Erica Townsend, sponsored by MVP Danny Wells. We have new IC Karen Ross, sponsored by DM Sammy Jane. We have Amber Dolby. Amber Dolby has her first in-person launch and was supported by her sideline sister Jenny. Well done. Danny attended the Leicester DA with Jenny, Amber, Natia, Zinzi, Simone, and Chanel. I hope, sorry if I pronounce any names wrong, I'm really sorry. New IC sponsored, new independent consultant Samantha Dell, sponsored by myself. Erica Townsend and Amber Dolby did their first online launches on Sunday night, both supported by Danny Wells. Incredible. Getting those online launches booked in and done is amazing. So these guys all attended DM District Manager Training Day. So Danny Wells, Jacqueline, Sammy, Jane, Megan, and Tony Lee. Well done, guys. I'd love for you guys to share, maybe not on this call, but definitely go live on Limitless Leaders and really share one takeaway nugget that you took away from that. That would be amazing. Zinzi, add your weekly recognition here. That's Danny just giving you I don't know what to do. Claire, congratulations. You filled in your tracker every single day, which is an absolutely massive achievement. So well done. And you are also in the 700 PQV club. Amazing. And you've sponsored a new consultant in Sammy Banning. So congratulations for that. That's amazing. Let's carry on down here. There's so much recognition this week. Okay, so Zinzi, you sponsored Rhiannon Sally. Well done. You also sponsored Zara Boyd. Welcome to the team. You also sponsored Charlotte Curtis. Incredible. I can't believe you only started your business 4 weeks ago. It's just incredible. Sammy Jane hit her DM maintenance for the first 2 months of being a district manager. That means that you should have qualified for your gift, so you would have got perks. If this is your first time promoting to district, you get a bonus for hitting your maintenance for 2 months in a row. So absolutely incredible for doing that, particularly in January and February. That's honestly a massive achievement, so well done. So I believe that's everybody's recognition. If anybody does have any more recognition, please do either stick it in the WhatsApp group now, because I can go back through that, or stick it in the chat and I'll try and go back through it straight away. So that leads me on now. I've whizzed through all of that to our training this evening. So my beautiful friend Laura, who I don't know the name of, Lauren Lovett, will be training for us today about Instagram, and she is absolutely incredible, and she's going to do her own bio, because even though she's sat across the table from me, we haven't got it. But that's absolutely fine. So she actually needs no introductions. I'm going to hand straight over to her. It's over to you, Lauren.
Thank you. No,
I'm
muted.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, can everybody hear me? Amazing, thank you. Right, I'm going to share my screen now. I do my presentations in Keynote, so I do apologise. We're going to see if this will show if I play. I'm going to play this. Can you just confirm that you can you see it full screen now? Amazing. So, as CJ said, I am Lauren Lovett. I own the League of Influence, as well as a company called the UK Blog Awards. And in the next 30 minutes, you're going to learn, hopefully something valuable, something important. I really hope something that's going to help your business. You're also going to learn who the hell I am, what you need to stop doing, how you need to approach your Insta game, and what the future looks like for you. But disclaimer, I'm not a fortune teller, so there aren't any promises. But I really hope that I can impart a bit of wisdom from my background and from my passion, and hopefully something that will just help you. And even if that brings in an extra 1,000 followers and maybe a couple of people inquiring about the business, I really hope it can have an impact for you guys. So who the hell am I? This is me, several different haircuts later. Sorry. These are my babies, this is my husband. Who am I? That's a really good question. I have been on a bit of a journey myself with businesses. Oh, hold on, sorry. My laptop's going funny. No, it's not. So I bought, Siege, can you take over for a sec? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. Sorry, yeah, that's fine. Oh yeah, sorry. Lauren's laptop's gone a bit funny. So Lauren is an entrepreneur, a wife, a mother, a friend, a daughter, an amazing best friend actually. She's a female, she's a cleaner, and she's won a female MasterChef. That's quite some intro. One of the that's fine. One of the most incredible things about Lauren is that when she sets her mind to something, she absolutely commits and goes for it. So what you'll gain from this training today is an abundance of knowledge about Instagram. Lauren is the owner of the UK Blog Awards and has a following of over 12,000 people, which is absolutely incredible. And again, that's something that she's going to share more with us about today. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. All right.
It's because I'm nervous. You ladies are amazing and I want to do a good job and I get very nervous. So let's just kick off with the lessons. Please don't puke, Lauren. I don't mind sharing that with you guys. Right, lesson 1, stop selling. The most important thing here on Instagram is to remember that Instagram isn't a selling site. It's completely and utterly social media. It's social networking. It is about making connections. It's about making friendships. It's about anything but selling, actually. Even the brands that are on there, the brands that have business accounts, they aren't selling. What does that mean? Selling on any site, any social media site just doesn't work. And I know most of you guys will know this because you'll be having successful Instagram accounts. So a lot of this, hopefully I'm just cementing some facts and helping you guys kind of know that you're doing the right thing. This is one of my favorite sayings: invitation, not invasion. Sorry guys, I've got such a sore throat as well, which isn't very helpful. So what is wrong with me? Sorry guys, it's because I'm stressed and nervous.
No, that's fine.
So let me just
unmute it.
Have you?
Okay, that's It's all right. Are you all right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. want me to carry on?
Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
that's all right. So some of the key selling points, some of the key points to remember about Instagram is that it's not about selling. We don't go onto Instagram to sell. We go on to build a forum. We go to build a following, and we want people to see more than just a product that we sell. So we want people to see who we are and what we are behind and what kind of thing we can build as well. So it's an invitation into our space. It's an invitation into the world that we have. It's not an invasion. We don't want to be bombarding people with things and products and things about life. We want to invite them to come and be part of it. And what turns people on about Instagram is not being sold to. So if they believe that it's something that they want to go to your shop to purchase because they've seen the result of it, they're more inclined to buy it. So they're more like, oh, amazing, like that looks awesome, because you've shown them a journey and you've shown them a result. So the quote that Lauren was saying is, when I overheard someone talking about a product I sell. So it's like, the best form and how we sell our products is through word of mouth recommendation. So today I was at the professional beauty in London, and we were at this massive expo. And do you know what was absolutely incredible? I was stood next to another stall holder, and we were all looking at loads of different things. And the lady behind the counter said, "Oh, what do you use? And do you fancy trying this?" And the lady was like, "No, it's okay. I use Arbonne." And I was like, yes, winning for Arbonne. And that's all it takes. So she wasn't selling Arbonne. I don't even know if she was a consultant. I was kind of busy half listening to a conversation because my ears pricked up, and that's what you want. You want to design a platform that makes people's ears prick up. Ready?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, guys, I'm so sorry. I think it's also because I had my dinner really quickly. Never a smart move. I just get so nervous, and it's because I'm excited, because I've got all this knowledge and all this passion, and then I see all your beautiful faces, and then I kind of just tend to poop my pants, which isn't the best thing. But there you go. Well, so it's exactly what CJ was saying. What turns you on? Do you really like the hard sell? Do you really like people to force a product or service on you? No, you really want to be invited. You want to be interested in what they're talking about. And so when you go onto Instagram, when you post any picture or any update, or you're going to, even if it's about your brand or your product, think to yourself, would I want to see this? If it was something I didn't know about, would I care? Would I be moved? Would it make me laugh? Would it touch me? Would it make me angry? What would you have? What reaction would you have to that post? And if it's, I'd be bored, or I'd switch off, or I'd just keep on scrolling, don't post it. I think that's this is lesson number one. Is probably the most obvious lesson to all of us. But I think, when you're so passionate and you want to build your business, it's just super easy to kind of forget that and to just keep on posting products, pushing products, especially when new products come in and you're excited. It's obviously super easy to just go, oh my God, I've just got this new eye palette in. It's amazing. It's from Arbonne. It does this. You're selling. That's what you're doing, as opposed to creating an amazing evening look because you're going out with your girlfriends and saying, like, this is my eye look for the night. And then maybe sometime in the week saying, I never really wear eyeshadow in the day, but I tried this look and I thought it was super cash and I loved it. You're starting to just share pictures of your life, pictures of your makeup, pictures of who you are and your style. That is so much more interesting than, here's this palette, I love it. And the reason it's more interesting is simply because people buy from people. You guys know this sort of stuff I'm coming out with is obviously complete and utter truth, and and you've experienced it all. The thing is, with the rise of bloggers and Instagram bloggers, these people just know how to tap into an audience, and they know how to get the best out of their audience to sell. Like these guys, Instagrammers, Instagram influencers, and bloggers who use social media, they have literally created something out of nothing. They just post pictures of themselves, random pictures, doing whatever it is the hell they want, and they're making money, like loads of money. That's my background, is from the UK Blog Awards and now from the League of Influence, because I follow these bloggers and we support these bloggers and we do campaigns for brands where we connect with these bloggers, and they have literally built this incredible business out of thin air. You guys aren't doing that. You guys actually have an amazing product. You have an amazing business. You have this massive support system behind you. You just need to do the bit that the bloggers are doing, because you've got the rest. You've got something to sell. You don't need someone to sponsor you or pay you money to advertise, because you've got the product. So the top line message for lesson number 1 is just stop. Stop before you post and think about what it is you're saying. Invitation, not invasion. Okay. Lesson number 2 is give some steak with your sizzle. So I remember from a really, really long time ago, I used to do social media training for a personal development company. And my boss always used to say, just give them the sizzle, Lauren, never the steak. Give them all the fluff, give them all the top line, fluffy, woo-woo, rah-rah, but never actually the meat, the meaty bit that everyone wants. Don't do this anymore. This is old school. This is tired. This is boring. People don't like to be tricked. They don't like to see the fluff without the substance. People want the substance. They want like the raw, hard, meaty steak. And I've just realized some of you are probably vegan. So scrap what I just said. They want the raw, meaty aubergine. Okay? The lovely middle of the aubergine, not just the purple skin. Okay. So what the hell does this mean? Facts tell, stories sell is another one of my favorite sayings, but the reality is it's your content holds all the power. Have you got a plan? I'd love to know this. If you guys can answer it in the chat box. If you guys have a plan, do you have a content plan? Do you plan what you're going to say every day? Are you thinking about it? Or is it more of like when I'm out and I manage to take 5 seconds away from my kid, I'm going to take a really nice picture and then I'll probably post it. That's what I want to know. And I'm hoping CJ might be able to throw a couple at me in a minute once I talk through the next few points. So the most important thing is your content, and you need to make it fun, F-U-N, fierce, unique, and new. That's not necessarily about saying stuff that people haven't said before, and it's not like fierce as in Tyra Banks, America's Next Top Model fierce. It's more totally and utterly true to you. Brand you, or you, whichever one you want that to be. If you want brand you to be a version of yourself that you're prepared to share with the world, as opposed to all of you, that's fine. I would always advocate being authentically you. And I think Arbonne, from everything I've seen, and I follow a few of you ladies, and obviously I'm very, very, very close to CJ. I think Arbonne is all about your most authentic self. It's about being completely and utterly brutally honest, your why, your vision, your mission, your purpose. So I don't think that piece would be very hard for anyone on here to do, because you're all so beautifully authentic and so you and transparent. So the real challenge with Instagram is actually not to think of it as a photography site, a site where you may once a day or a couple of days, times a week, post a really nice picture that you've put 750 filters on, talking about this wonderful snapshot in time with you and your children and how Arbonne is enabling you to spend more time with your children, or you with one pair of like Christian Louboutin shoes that you bought because Arbonne has enabled you to have more cash to be able to buy them, or whatever the stereotypical photos we see of someone who is a network marketer marketing their business. Okay, she's muted me. If I'm waffling, CJ, you can just tell me. I'm joking. Shut up, woman. So So the thing you need to ask yourself is, what story do you want to tell? And story doesn't mean that you're lying or crafting something that's not true, but it is about selling something bigger than a picture. It's about your journey, your life. We've all got so many more sides to us than just the odd trip out with our child, or a date night, or a new pair of shoes. What is the reality of your life actually? What do you do in the morning? What's your makeup routine? What do you like to cook? Where's your favourite place to go when you want some time out? Who are your friends? Where do you like to eat? What kind of food do you like to eat? What books are you reading? Are you reading some like trashy novels? All those things build this beautiful, wonderful, colourful picture of you. And I don't know if any of you on here follow any bloggers. I'd love to know that. But that is one of their greatest strengths. They do not hold back. In fact, the reason social media is so popular is because of oversharing. Like, people are just wonderful at it. They overshare all the time. But what happens is the minute you become a network marketer, the minute you become a consultant, Well, the minute you own a business of yourself, I know I did exactly the same when I bought the Blog Awards after I'd sold my marketing agency. I suddenly started to hold back and almost, what's the word? I almost tried to stop myself from posting my truth. That's like the opposite way to turn on followers, because followers want to know who you are. That's how they'll fall in love with you, and that's how they'll want to know more about who you are, why you do what you do, and how you do it. And again, this is probably stuff you've already heard before, but please let me reiterate, I represent some of the biggest bloggers in the UK, and the reason they're so big is because they share. They share so much, not just those beautiful trips to London Fashion Week or the holidays that they're gifted, but they share the days when they get food poisoning, or the days when their cat brings in a dead bird. You know, it is, how can you create a story that shows you in wonderful multicolored colours? It's been a long day. So that's something I want everyone to go away and think about. So I think it's really important that tonight, or whenever you've got a bit of energy, so tomorrow over breakfast, just sit and think about all the different parts of your life that you could talk about. Not about Arbonne, about your life. Arbonne is just, obviously, as we know, a vehicle to live your life. So think about your life. Hashtags are crucial. We know this. Hashtags are vital. You can post up to 30 hashtags in an Instagram post. What you don't know, or some of you might not be aware of, is in the last 2 months, Instagram have actually made some hashtags like banned hashtags. That doesn't mean you can't post them. What it does mean is if you post them, you'll be penalised, which means your post won't reach as many people. You won't be able to go as viral, which means that your chances of being shown up in the latest news grid is a lot smaller. Those kind of hashtags are hashtags like for like, follow for follow, pick of the day, Insta like, anything that feels a little bit spammy. And the reason that Instagram have done this is because there are just so many spam accounts. We're looking at, bots and fake followers and all that stuff. So what this comes back to again is hashtag being the hashtags that you use need to be completely, utterly, and authentically your hashtags. And I've added in these two websites, Display Purposes and Focal Mark. These are two incredible tools. They're basically searches for hashtags. So you could think of, I don't know, beauty, hashtag beauty. Obviously a widely used hashtag, very, very competitive. Unless you've got tens of thousands of followers, the chances of your image coming up in the news feed using that hashtag very small. But if you put beauty into Display Purposes or Focal Mark's the best, by the way, because you can get an app on your phone. So it's so much easier than like bringing up the web browser and messing around with it. If you put beauty into these and search, it will give you all of the other hashtags that the most popular Instagram posts are using. So you can start to use them too. You can add in a couple of unique ones as well, but you have 30 hashtags to play with. Don't be afraid to use all 30. If you feel that your post is getting full, which is fine, put them in the next comment. That's what a lot of people do. In fact, a lot of people don't put any hashtags at all in their post. They put it in the comment only. This will still help your post to rank, but it won't make the actual post look longer than it needs to be. So with this lesson number 2, I am going to look at your questions before we move on to lesson number 3, if you are posting them or if anyone's posting a comment, is I have a gift for you that I will email you, but only if you stay on to the end. So hopefully I'm not boring you.
Yeah, you're in wrong. You're good.
Amazing. So what I've created is a content plan for you, like a downloadable template that you can literally just fill in your plan with. Hopefully this will help you guys. It's just a pretty content plan, but I like using content plans. It really helps me with the Blog Awards and with the League of Influence and with my personal Instagram. It just helps me, figure out what my theme of the week is going to be, what my focus of the week is going to be, and ultimately what I want to talk about for that week. It doesn't make it any less authentic what I'm talking about, but it just means that maybe I don't kind of bore people or talk about stuff that I think is important but isn't. I do create a bit more of like a marketing plan to it. And ultimately, you guys are brands. You're selling a product, you're selling a lifestyle, you're selling a way of life. So you have to like merge being authentic with actually marketing as if, as a business. The other gift I have for you is my list of 30 free tools that you need to use on Instagram. This includes everything from how to curate your stories with beautiful templates, more websites for hashtags, how to edit your photos. Oh my goodness, there's so many tools. There's 30 free tools that you can use. So literally, like, you can download them as apps. You can look at them on your URLs, on your web browser. You can look at them however you want. You'll probably go through the list and go, I only want 5 of those, or whatever. I pretty much use all 30, but that's because I'm a control freak and completely anal. So it's up to you how much you use. Anyway, I will send you those 2 at the end. Well, not at the end of this, because I'm probably going to go to bed. But after that, no, I'm going to finish CJ's nails because that's my hobby. I will send these to you as soon as I receive something from you guys. It's just an email, by the way. Don't panic. It's not a kidney or anything crazy. So lesson number 3, niche, or niche, as some people like to say. It really freaks me out when people say that. I say niche. So before I move on to that, I'm going to read what you guys are posting. And I can't unless I get out of this. So I'm sorry about that. Let's have a look. Chat, 72 chats. What's your Instagram? Pressure. It's Mrs. Lauren Lovett. Is my personal one. Amazing. I kind of blag it with Insta and don't really know how it worked. Yeah, amazing. That's totally fair. I can't find the focal point app. Okay, I'll find the URL and I'll put it in the chat box as soon as I've finished. So I'll put that in there. Yeah, most people do blag it with Insta, Rachel. It's totally fine. Like, literally most people do. So I wouldn't feel in any way different to about 98% of the people on the planet, because it constantly changes. Someone says, I like Heather's helpful tips.
Oh, they were talking about how to mute and unmute.
Oh,
Don't
amazing.
Worry, skip that.
Okay, amazing. I was like, if someone's put some helpful tips, I want to see it too. I love it. Watch all of our Insta explode this week. Yes, I really hope so. So, yeah, it's fine to blag it. Like, that is the reality of most of us, unless you're like a professional marketeer, or I get to watch hundreds of thousands of bloggers and Instagram influencers nail it every single day. That's the only reason I've learned as much as I've learned and been able to work with these incredible people over several years. I was a marketer before that, so I kind of got to use it in a professional capacity as well as personal. So all I'd say with Insta is it is just really important to keep going. Don't stop. Don't. Amazing. There you go. One of my good friends is a blogger and her posts are amazing. Just trying to copy. Yeah. It's just taking a photo and splatting it on. Okay. I absolutely love how you put that. I mean, yeah. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. You can splat a photo up there. What's the problem with that? So if you owned, let's say if you owned Prada, let's say we all owned an amazing fashion brand. Yeah, we own a fashion brand and it's our baby. Let's say we're Versace. I mean, I don't want to look like her, but I would like her money. Let's say we're Versace and we're running the Instagram and it's our business. Would you potentially splat up a photo randomly? I'm thinking probably not. I'm thinking that possibly you would put a smidge more thought into it before just splatting. I love that word. I'm going to use it all the time. No, and that's fine. And it's fine to be off the cuff. It's fine to just post random pictures. But it is really important that if you have a content plan, you'll save yourself from kind of accidental rubbish splats. You can have random splats that kind of have a purpose because you know what the theme of this week is and you'll be knowing what you're thinking about. So if it's diet for this week and you want to talk about all things diet, you're going to talk about getting some feedback. Someone's not muted. Who's not muted? Come on now. I'm joking. Think of a theme for your week. Is it going to be about your children? Is it going to be about your hair care routine? Is it going to be about, where's Heather? Heather! Is it going to be about, your diet? Then everything you do, and every time you catch yourself making a fizz stick in your hot water or pulling together one of your lovely juices or even making dinner, or maybe you're on a cleanse, you'll think about what you're doing and what you can take a photo with. I've said this to CJ several times when she's got ready to go on a night out and I'm like, oh my God, you look beautiful. Did you have a mini photo shoot before you went out? And she's like, no. I was like, right. You have the opportunity, 5 minutes, whenever you're doing something, have a mini photo shoot. Get a kid to take a picture. If you've only got a child in the house, get your husband to take a picture, get your friend to take a picture, get your neighbor to take a picture. Get starting to take pictures all the time. Get a selfie stick, like get taking pictures. If you're on your own, you're not going to look weird. Yeah, you might look a bit weird when you're out, but no one's going to know because no one knows you, so it's fine. Just fill up your photo album on your phone with photos. You will start to create regular content. It will all start to look the same. You'll start to get a bit of a theme, an amazing brand, and it will all start to build. What we do, I think, as mums, we spend a lot of time taking a lot of picture of our kids and pretty much nothing else. I know my phone is full of my kids being super cute, but nothing else. Instablogger told me to download an app called Preview this week. Yeah, not used it. It's very good. Like, use it. It's actually on my 30 free tools. Just bought a selfie stick. Amazing. So yeah, it is really good. So take pictures of your kids and your dogs. It's absolutely not a problem. Take loads of pictures of your kids. And if that's what your brand is going to be, about how Arbonne has enabled you to spend more time with your kids, that's incredible. But I've not come up. I've got some top tips coming up. Yeah, all your camera rollers of your daughter. And that's fine. Your kids are amazing. My only point to that would be, do you think if you're building a brand and you want to bring in new team members and you want people to sign up to work for you, under you, with you, however you term it, do you think they'd want to see pictures of your kids all day, every day? Because I probably would not. And that's not anything against your kids, because I'm sure they're all beautiful. I don't want to see my kids that often. You know, it is about how boring is it getting. Yeah, quotes. And I mean, quotes are fine. But again, if you create a content plan and you're like, 7,000 photos, holy Jesus, how much memory do you have? So like maybe Monday is inspirational quote day. Maybe Tuesday is like family fun day. So you share a picture of one time when a time when your kids drove you absolutely crazy or did something ridiculous. Then maybe Wednesday and Thursday is stuff about you and your business. This is what a content plan does. It is critical. Plan out your days. And when I send you your content plan, you will have an example of my content plan, which will show you how I split my days up. I don't have long, so I can't actually talk you all the way through this because I know I've got to get off. So I'm going to stop looking at these now. I'm going to move on to lesson number 3. So, can you see my slides? Yep. I can't see my slides because our faces are in the way. Okay, so who needs your help and why? So this is the solution. So when you're creating your content plan and when you're thinking about what you're going to put on there and when you're thinking about your hashtags, it all comes together in a giant circle. Who needs your help and why? Not what do you want to post and why. Who needs your help? What problems does Arbonne solve? What problems does your job solve? It isn't just the money. It isn't just that you can make limitless amounts of cash, which is obviously true and incredible. But what does that mean to someone else? Who needs your help? Does someone need more time? Does someone need to pay off their mortgage? Does someone need to pay for childcare because they don't want to have their kids with them full time? Or does someone want to give up work so they can spend more time with their kids? Who needs your help and why? These are the things you should be addressing. Telling your story goes beyond, I love Arbonne because it gives me more time to spend time with my kids and we get to go to like soft play and stuff like that. That's not enough. That's not a compelling enough story. A compelling enough story would be, I remember when I used to work in shifts at my bank, and on a Saturday morning when my children would be getting up to have breakfast, their father was the one that was giving them pancakes. Not very well because he can't cook pancakes for toffee, so they were always burnt. I had to get into my uniform and I had to go and work at the bank until 5 o'clock in the afternoon when my kids were then just winding down, getting really crabby. I never got to see them. They were at school in the week. Then this amazing opportunity came along and it changed my life forever. It took me X amount of months to get to where I am now, but I'm so pleased to say that 3 days a week I get to be with my children. Is this something that you want to enjoy as well? Is this something that you need in your life? I would love to help give that to you. That's a story. That's a story that a mum or a dad sitting there would think, yeah, I really hate my job. I never see my kids. My life sucks. That's powerful. You sharing a picture of your kids at soft play, not quite as powerful. With a story like #life goals, it's not going to resonate with enough people. The M1 is, what's your long game? Like, what are you looking to achieve in your business and as a personal brand? Are you looking to coach people? Are you looking to be kind of like a Hitler figure where you just, want to like push all these people out and let them get on with it? Decide what you want to be and what style you want to have. Because if you want to become a coach, you talk about your journey very differently than if it's all about the hustle, all about the money. There's a lady who works for Juice Plus, Sinead Kavanagh, who you've probably heard of. A lot of people have. She has an Instagram game that's really strong. She talks about all different facets of her life, but she is a mother hustler. So she talks about the money. She talks about working really hard. She talks about if you want to have that kind of money and be a boss babe and you want to buy all this shit and enjoy this amazing life, you need to join her academy. It's not even about joining Juice Plus. It's joining her academy, where obviously she then upsells to Juice Plus. So think about your long game. What do you want to be? Who do you want to be? What kind of brand are you building? Because that's what people will buy, not the opportunity to sell Arbonne. That's just the how. It's kind of irrelevant. And then shift your focus. You are a brand or a business. You are a brand. That's what you are. People are buying you. We all know this. People buy from people. People buy from people. Say it a million times before you go to bed like a prayer. People buy from people. You are a brand, so behave like one. That again comes back to your content plan. What are you saying? How are you saying it? You know, I'm going to come on to some of my top rules in a minute, but like selfies, enough with the selfies. Like, get more in your picture beside your face, because people don't just want to see your face every day. That's just a fact. As beautiful as you all are, mix it up, because random strangers, unless you're like Giselle Bundchen or Carly Kloss, like no one wants to see your face that often. They want to see other stuff. Okay, these are my tips. I'm gonna have to just shut this down and move us over here so I can actually read some of them in full. Right. Don't set up an Instagram account with the intention to brand you yourself as a multi-level marketing business. Like, don't do it. Change your title, change your name, change your bio. Stop it right now. It's not going to work. That is not going to turn people on. They will look at it straight away and be intimidated. We all know this. If we do the hard sell with people straight off the bat, it freaks them out. Do set up your Instagram with the intention to brand you as a leader by giving amazing content. Don't post about the business all the time. You know, we know all about this 80-20 rule. 80% needs to be value, 20% needs to be promo. Again, if you have a content plan, you'll fix this. You'll realize when you're doing it, and you'll be able to slot in those super casual promo references that aren't totally like, buy my stuff, join my team. Like I said, do not overdo the selfies. It's just annoying. You know, a beautiful selfie of you with some makeup or a before and after is amazing. If your grid is full of selfies, so what? You're not a celebrity. No one cares. Do sprinkle images and videos of your day-to-day business. Sprinkle a bit of magic. Where do you work from? Do you work from Costa? Do you have an office in your house? Do you rent an office? Do you work from your phone in the park while your kids are running off? You know, share these pictures. Show people where you're working from. People love to see behind the curtain. Don't go on Instagram for the sole benefit of selling your stuff and getting people on your team. Join Instagram because you genuinely think you have something valuable to say and you want to share it with the world. It's not going to work if you're just pushing. If you want to meet up with new people and you want to make friends and you want to make acquaintances, you need to join Instagram. If you want to sell, just stick to like selling pages on Facebook, because Instagram will not be for you. And this is a weird one. Don't overpost, but overposting is more times than 5 times a day. You need to post between 2 to 5 times a day. 2 to 5 times a day. When I say that to people, they're like, what? I post like once every other day. It's not enough. You are never going to build your following. You're never going to build engagement unless you are posting 2 to 5 times a day. I promise you. Okay. So this is a total casual, couple of questions. Do you want to keep building your Instagram journey? Or has my talk tonight made you think, well, do you know what? Forget it. I do not want to go on Instagram anymore. Forget it. Hopefully that's not the case, but if it is, do you know what? I'm glad I've saved you a lot of time and heartache. Are you interested in building and growing your business every single month? I should hope so. Otherwise, again, you probably shouldn't be on these amazing Zoom calls that happen on Monday. And what would happen to your business if you grew your Instagram reach by 100% every single month? So doubling your current reach every single month. I think pretty big things would happen. Like, I'm fairly confident that growing your reach is an amazing thing. I'm just going to have a quick read of any questions. Super quick. Yes, but in the story, how to relate. Yeah, whenever you post content, sorry, I know.
Oh, right,
sorry.
We've got a minute.
1 minute. Jesus. Okay. what would you support it with a picture? If so, would it be a punching one to bring it home? Yeah. So when you take a picture of something or someone, you need to have the story in your head first before you take the picture. Don't take the picture and then make the story fit the picture. Yeah. Figure out what you want to say, then craft the picture to look like it. It will have a lot more intent around it. Oh, amazing. Thanks, Sammy. You're amazing. Right. So if you want to do all those things, and I really, really, really hope you do, I obviously have something to talk about. The League of Influence is basically a 6-week program that I have created specifically for Arbonne consultants. So I've done programs for bloggers, Instagram influencers. This is for Arbonne consultants. It focuses on your strategy. It's how to turn your reach and growth and cult brand into new team members and product sales. Within that 6-week program, we have a weekly 30-minute call. We have weekly workbooks, which takes you on a 6-step journey to basically being a total boss at Instagram. And we have a dedicated WhatsApp group where you can ask any questions and I will get back to you within 24 hours. It's $29.99, which I think is super cheap. I hope you guys do too. I think it's a bargain. I think I want to invest in your guys' journey and I want to make it a success. If you're interested, or if you just want the free stuff, email me at lauren@blogawardsuk.co.uk. I'm having a technical issue with the League of Influence email, of course. Thank you very much, universe. If you want to join the course, email I'm in, and I'll send you the link to pay the $29.99. If you just want the free stuff, which is totally fine, by the way, just say, just give me the free stuff, please, and I'll send that back to you. It will be tomorrow, though. So thank you so much. You have questions? Okay. Of course, it's open to people in the US, Erica, 100%. Can someone type that email in? My pen just died. There you go, Lauren.
I'll stick it on the. I'll stick it on our Facebook page as well, guys. Don't worry too much.
And I will. CJ, can you put my Facebook profile in your group and then Facebook message me with any questions you have, and I'll answer them. And I really hope that was useful. I'm happy to answer any questions you guys have about Instagram, by the way. So you just hit me with them. I'm so sorry I overran, and the beginning bit I was so nervous, but thank you so much.
You're so amazing.
Bye guys. Bye. I don't know how to stop my videos. There we go.
How incredible was that? Thank you so much, Lauren. And honestly, Lauren is the top of her game, and she is a pro professional in what she does. And do you know what I really love? That a lot of you are new today, and some of you I know are about to take over on leading these training calls on a Monday. And I know I had a conversation with some of you before that you were really nervous. Everybody gets shit scared at times. Life happens. But the difference between someone that gets scared and wins and someone that gets scared and that loses, and this applies in your business, this applies when you post on Facebook, this applies when you post on Instagram, this applies when you stand on the stage because you've been asked to train, is you get up and you do it anyway. So massive congratulations, Lauren. Massive congratulations to anybody that takes anything out of this training today. I'm going to stop recording now.